Hey guys, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. So today I found this article called Arsenal Tips and Tricks, and it's actually pretty recent, and I want to go through these and see if any of these are like good tips, if these are some that I don't know about, if I like them, if I actually am going to try them out. So there's actually quite a few. I'm going to start with the first one, which is to change your crosshair color. They use the pink crosshair because it shows up well on all backgrounds. I think I agree with this one just because, I don't know, I've always used the default crosshair, I think. Okay, I don't think I've ever actually changed my crosshair color, so it's just red. To be honest with you, I really don't pay attention to my crosshair color that much. Okay, that looks pretty dang pink to me, so yeah, I just really don't notice a difference. I guess I just don't really pay, this stands out pretty well for me. Whoa, laggy player. Why is the server so laggy? Dang, okay. What the heck? Okay. The lag is actually unreal. As far as the tips go, I think I definitely agree with this one that you should make your crosshair a bright color. I don't know, maybe I don't even know what just happened. I'm gonna try playing with a black crosshair or something that's gonna blend in a lot more. Okay, so now I have Now I have a black crosshair, which is definitely a lot, definitely a lot harder to see. I think that having a crosshair that's a brighter color does help quite a bit. Right now I definitely am doing worse than I usually would, I feel like. Also might be because I'm not used to it, but okay, yeah, I definitely would recommend using a brightly colored crosshair. I guess I've been playing with red, but hot pink would definitely work well too. I'd just say try out a couple different ones, see what works best for you. On to the next hack. Not hack, I keep saying hack. On to the next trick, which is, okay, so they're saying that assists count as much as solo eliminations. That is true. The only thing I have to say about that though is that in order to want to win more games, you need to be beating your teammates to the kills. So I mean, it's not going to help you out if you and the top player are keep getting assists off each other and you keep getting the same amount of kills. So I would say yeah, assists are good every once in a while, but don't rely on them if you want to win. Okay, this is a good one. This one is to use cover, so use a box, car, wall, or anything else that can shield you. This is something that I honestly need to use a little bit more. Is I don't usually crouch that much, but you can use stuff to kind of peek around the corner, or when you're trying to re-heal if you don't have a whole lot of health, just to hide behind just stuff. And this is a good map for it actually. When you're reloading, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and they forget that you're here. Okay, the next tip is to use high ground. That is very important. That is really important, especially for when you're at the golden knife. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. This is also a good map for high ground, but I feel like people usually spot you pretty quickly here too, which is a little annoying. Oh god, I hate the miniguns so much. Oh, he saw me. Oh, okay. But you didn't get me, because I have the high ground. Oh god, now they see me and now it's just not gonna go well. That's the one thing I don't like about camping is people get mad and then they will come target you. And if you stay camping in the same spot, there's a high probability that they will end up knifing you. But that's a good tip, I guess. I wouldn't do it all the time necessarily, and definitely don't need to do it to win. But especially when you get to the golden knife, that is when you should really be going to higher ground, because people don't notice you a lot. Okay, next tip is to grab health after you kill someone. That's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I do that all the time, and I hope that you guys do that too. Right now I'm not losing any health, but see, just run through all the health. Right after you kill them, they'll drop the health. That is definitely, oh god. Yeah, that's definitely kind of a must. Okay, so this other tip is to know your weapons, which, I mean, that's incredibly important. That's probably one of my #1 tips. And this kind of gives a little background on each different type of weapon. So if you guys want to read this, it's kind of interesting. I'm not going to go through it all though. Use your melee more often. Yeah, but avoid any melee one-on-one battles because you don't want to lose a level yourself. And run with your melee out. So I'm going to go over these two now because I think that these are also very important because you're going to run faster with your melee, obviously. Okay, my camera cut out at some point and I'm so sorry. This is a reoccurring theme and I feel really bad, but there's honestly not much I can do about it. So run with your melee to go faster, but don't run with it too much, otherwise it'll just take too much time to like take out your weapon if you need to. And what I just did there was also a prime example of meleeing someone. But yeah, if you have the opportunity to melee someone, definitely go for it. But also don't go out of your way to, if that makes sense, because it's gonna make people mad. Gonna make people upset, and you don't necessarily want that because then they're gonna try to knife you back. So if you're not in a good position to knife someone, definitely don't do it. Yeah, as long as you have a good position, know that you can knife someone, definitely do it, and be careful about how much you run with your melee out too, because you don't want to like overdo it, because you make sure that you're always like ready to shoot someone. Like, oh, that was bad. Oh, see, I shouldn't have had my melee out then, because I know that we're on 4 teams and that there's going to be people around more than you think. So that was good. I didn't take my melee out because I had a feeling that someone was going to be there. But those are good tips. Definitely know your melees well. Use them to your advantage. Ooh, next tip. Know the spawn locations. I cannot stress this enough. I honestly think that's one of the things that made me better in Arsenal. See, I knew he was going to spawn in that box up there because it's a little different when it's 4 teams too. Like 4 teams is a little bit easier, but know the maps, know the spawns, and when you have a feeling that someone is like around the corner, be ready, put your knife away, and be ready to go, because chances are, especially if you're on 4 teams, there is going to be someone around that corner. But yeah, I mean, I know on this map that like people are gonna spawn behind here, also spawn by that park sign. I don't know if you guys saw that. I mean, you'll just kind of get a feel for it too. It's kind of hard to like explain all the spawns. Let's see, I think that there might be one more tip. Okay, so the last tip that they include is to watch your teammate names. Oh my gosh, I do this all the time. This is a really good tip. Okay, I'll wait till we join a new game, then I'll explain it, because it's easier to like show it. So obviously your team, you're gonna see your team name. It's gonna be your team color, you know, you're gonna see them through walls and everything. I see someone over here, so they're coming this way. There's probably no one else over here on the red team. Once you see your teammates, yep, so see they're starting to disappear over there. So I know that they were just getting killed by someone of the other team. So I know that I should go over there too. Just pay attention to the team names and when they disappear, because that likely means that there's someone of the opposite team there. If you're like looking for where people are spawning to, the other team is not going to spawn where your team currently is. So basically, if you're looking to like spawn kill people, if you don't know where the other team is, look for where your team isn't, because there's a higher chance that the other team is going to spawn over there. So yeah, just pay attention to your team names when they disappear, where they're not, because that'll help you figure out where the other players are, and that's really important, especially if you're on like a really good team. You need to make sure that you're the person finding the other team first. If your team is fighting people before you are, there's literally nothing you can do about it, no matter how good you are. So you got to make sure that you're the person who gets the kills first and the fastest. Yeah, a lot of it's honestly just like playing, getting experience, getting used to the game. That's like my biggest tips, and that's what helped me the most. Also, this didn't talk about it, but one of my other big tips is trying to get headshots, because if you get headshots, you're gonna kill people faster and so on. It's just a better idea. Just try to improve your aim always. Try to go for the head. I'm still working on that for sure, but that's probably one of my biggest tips too. Okay, so I do think that these were actually pretty good tips. I'll link like the article down below. I literally googled like how to be like better at Arsenal and that's what I found. So I definitely would recommend these tips. Let me know if you guys like already knew them. I feel like a lot of them I already knew about. I guess you guys should try them if you haven't already. Yeah, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if you found it helpful, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.